On the same beat, armed with a PhD, 2 master's degrees, among other illustrious requirements, a 31-year-old Kenyan lawyer applied for the position of the Africa Union Commission chairperson through the government as is required, hoping to be considered. However, on the 29th of July, he was met with the news that Azimio la Umoja leader Raila Odinga had been fronted for the position, a process that the lawyer says was fraught with lack of transparency and discrimination. In response to the matter, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who is also in charge of foreign affairs, terms anyone questioning the suitability of Odinga as a, quote, sideshow, yet failed to respond to whether or not other suitable candidates had been considered. Gina Kirori reports.
This is not the first time that Dr. Jeffney Nyakwama Orina has thrown his hat in the ring to go head-to-head with some of Kenya's political elites for a top job in the continent. In 2022, he went toe-to-toe with then-presidential aspirant William Ruto to try to clinch the UDA ticket for the presidency. The 31-year-old holds a PhD from Suffolk University in the United States from the School of Law and holds 2 master's degrees as well as other academic qualifications. Believing that he would be a ripe candidate for the African Union Commission chairmanship, he submitted his application through the government of Kenya. He spoke to us via a Zoom call from the United States, where he is based.
I was ripped of my right as a Kenyan citizen to participate in the said process because I would expect that a government will be able to consider all the applications that are submitted.
There was no communication to him telling him that yes, we have considered you, and for ABCD reasons we will not be submitting your name because you do not qualify for ABCD. So when we sent them a demand letter, they did not respond. Then we filed in court, they have not responded.
Dr. Orina argues that by virtue of the position being advertised, that meant that all qualified aspirants should have been given an equal chance to be considered for the position, a process which he believes was flouted by the government.
In as much as Raila Odinga is a tower in the political scenes in Kenya, that doesn't mean that he's above the law. We should be submitted to the same law. We should be able to be given the same opportunity.
They purported to say that they had not received his application documents. However, the documents we have with us have a received stamp.
As a result of this, Mokua Manyara, who is representing Dr. Orina under MNW Advocates, filed a petition on behalf of his client, taking the government to task over the disregard of his application to be the next AU chairperson.
We had wanted to halt the process of nomination, submission of the name of Raila to the AUC, but then also the judiciary took too long to act on the file. The other repairs remaining includes compensation for the abuse of his rights.
Incidentally, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who is also in charge of foreign affairs, held a press conference jointly with Raila Odinga to give an update on the Azimio leader's bid for the top seat at the African Union.
So we have a lot of briefings.
When asked whether there were other candidates who met the criteria for the job, yet the public was not made aware of them.
Any other issues at this point in time are sideshows. We want to be focused on presenting a credible, respected statesman for the AU chair. And I can tell you, anybody who is talking outside that does not fit that bill.
Article 10(1)(c) of the Constitution states that the national values and principles of governance in this article, including transparency, accountability, and inclusivity, binds all state organs, state officers, public officers, and all persons, whether any of them, makes or implements public policy decisions.
We hope that through the court decision we will be able to have a country that respects the government of Kenya, the Constitution of Kenya.
Dr. Orina adds that the vibrance of youthful voices is lacking in top leadership and that many young people meet the requirements yet fail to be considered, which dims the aspirations of the continent's youth. Gina Kirori, NTV.
Excellencies, there will be a